One of the things we need to do in this class is to bring concepts forward. So in Project 1, you'll notice one of the things you have to do is to provide instruction on how to create screen captures within your operating system. So that knowledge, that information on how to take those screen captures doesn't end with Project 1. You don't do it for Project 1 and then ignore it for everything else for the rest of the semester. In fact, one of the reasons I have instructions on creating screen captures as an assignment is to help you troubleshoot your computing environment. There's 20-something students in this class using Macs and Windows and various manufacturers of PCs from Apple to HP to Dell, and you all have different software on your computers, and none of you have the same computing environment, and you'll all run into issues at some point. For example, Project 1 had you upload a document, a memo, created in Microsoft Word. And several students had trouble with this assignment because after they uploaded it, they went into Blackboard and they saw something like this. As you can see on the page, there is a few lines of text, the word photos. Obviously, you're not seeing what the student wrote. The student saw this and the student got worried about this. You can also see on the right that a file called project-1.docx has actually been submitted. So you can see those things. What students did when they saw this was they got nervous that this hadn't uploaded correctly, and they sent me an email and tried to describe what it is that had happened. Why not provide a screen capture to show me what happened? Part of the problem is I have an administrator's view to what's going on in this class. I don't have your view. So after you upload project-1.docx, I can't see what you see. But we have this nifty thing called screen captures that we just did an assignment on that you can apply to troubleshooting this particular problem. So send me a screen capture of what you see. Here I can obviously see in my view a problem with this. A lot of text is missing from this page. So send me screen captures with troubleshooting. And let's try to keep our communications within Blackboard, and let's try not to use email as much as possible. Let's talk about this particular problem with Blackboard. So when you upload a Word document like project-1.docx, Blackboard accepts it, and then Blackboard tries to render or display the content of that Word document. It is Blackboard's rendering of this Word document that is failing here. The file is here. I can get this file. The file looks okay when I bring it down to my computer and open it in Word. The problem is Blackboard is not rendering this correctly. Blackboard is software. Blackboard has its issues. Blackboard's not perfect, and here we can see Blackboard is falling down. Another thing I need to know when troubleshooting is your operating system version and any related software versions. Let's imagine you want to buy tires for your car. So you call up the tire shop and you say, what's the price on 4 tires for my car? And they say, well, what kind of car is it? And you say it's a Ford, right? Is it a Ford truck? Is it a Ford minivan? Is it a Ford sedan? Is it a 1960 classic Ford of some kind? What kind of Ford is this? Similarly, you can't just say, well, I'm using Microsoft, because Microsoft what? Oh, are we talking Windows? Okay, Microsoft Windows, that's your operating system. But I still don't know which version you have. Do you have Windows version 3.0? Do you have Windows 7? Do you have Windows 8.1? Do you have Windows 10? So provide that information. Additionally, the docx might have been created by Microsoft Word. It might not have been created by Microsoft Word. So I need to know if the file's a Microsoft Word file and what version of Word. Is it Word for Windows version 6? Is it Microsoft Word version 2016? So let me know these things. So going forward, let's use screen captures and let's be a little bit more precise with the things we ask and how we talk about the things we are interacting with. We are not using Microsoft version 10. You might be using Microsoft Windows version 10. You might be using Microsoft Word version 2010. But let's talk about things with just a little more precision. And by doing so, you eliminate the need for extraneous communication. If you just tell me that you uploaded a Microsoft file, then I have to ask you what kind of Microsoft file. And you say Word. And then I have to ask you which version. But if you proactively tell me all those things ahead of time, I'm using Windows 10, Microsoft Word version 2019, then I don't have to ask those questions and I can get to help with the particular problem. I hope all of this makes sense. Let's take what we learn week 1 and apply it to the rest of our academic careers. So once you know about screen captures, that knowledge doesn't end with Project 1. That knowledge stays with you for the rest of the semester, for the rest of your academic career, and then further into your employment. See you online.